Reddit reports. Like, subscribe and hit the bell. What becomes 10x creepier at night?
Not answering emails and texts is a warning sign for me. I start procrastinating about personal correspondence when I'm on my way into a bad depressive episode, and, well, sometimes even when I'm just at baseline, but baseline with clinical depression is pretty unhappy.
This is what I am seriously struggling with. I see a message pop up and I respond after 3 to 4 days simply cause I don't feel like it. How do you manage it? How do you break down that wall?
They smile at you, because they want to be nice/friendly, but as soon as you look away, the smile falls off their face because they kind of put it there, rather than it rising up naturally. Once its job is done, they let it go. Edit, since this blew up, I'm going to take the opportunity to say, therapy. Therapy can make a big difference, even for the most seemingly intractable problems. If your life is unhappy, if you relate to the posts in this thread, I advise you to seek a therapist's help. Rainbow, cool face, flexed biceps.
You can tell when you actually enjoyed an interaction because once it's over, you try to stop smiling and can't.
I find myself doing this often. Whenever I pass by somebody while walking, I'll smile at them to be friendly/polite. Once they pass me or stop looking at me, I just stop smiling. It's like a light switch, except it's dull whenever it's turned on.
Me, awake staring at a wall, not sleeping until 2 a.m. unless I take Benadryl, going from 4 hours of sleep to over 14 on a weekday. No, I'm fine.
Tired, if they aren't sleeping well, oftentimes something is keeping them up. Also, tiredness is a commonly used excuse to answer "Are you okay?" Yeah. I've started saying tired because people stop prying then. It's socially acceptable. It's not as acceptable to say you feel like life is completely pointless. Edit. Wow, thanks for the kind, strange Golder.
Me too. I just don't give a shit anymore. A lot of times I just want people to shut the fuck up and quit bothering me with their stupid questions. They don't put any effort into life. I think that's where setting reasonable, achievable goals, and sticking to them, is a huge help. Start small, I mean really small. Maybe even something you can do easily. Just make a routine out of it before you start building it up. Go to the gym once a week before 3x a week, act.
But my mania doesn't allow for small goals.
Very important, they may appear that they aren't putting any effort into life when, in fact, they feel so horrible that it's taking all their energy to do what comes easier to healthier people. Depression is like a 80-pound weighted blanket for me. Literally everything is harder to do. From the outside I may appear lazy, but I'm fighting like hell to be this functional.
I think this is the best way for me to recognize my depression. I'm so much more sensitive to the smallest mistakes. I can sob because my shower isn't warming up. It just feels like the worst thing is everything. Edit, for future readers who can see this edit, a sudden inability to stay asleep most nights can also be a sign. It's something I experience as well.
Hell yes, can relate so much. You feel upset about everything that goes not like you planned and stuff like that. I once started to cry because we hadn't got fucking tuna. I'm a dumb guy.
You being a guy shouldn't matter, us dudes can cry too, right?
General apathetic approach to life mostly can be perfectly described as feeling, meh? Yeah, I don't really mind. It's okay. I'm fine. It is what it is. Sure, I'm just tired. Whatever. I don't really care. Whatever you like. It's okay. I'm used to it. Whatever. I say all these, a lot, ish.
I say literally all of those. Or please insert telling someone to shut up in kinder words.
Shut your face hole, you nerve-grating, hairless excuse for an ape. I usually shut myself away when I'm in those kinds of moods. It's better for everyone. You skinny egotistical bastard, you piece of subhuman trash. 200 million years of constant human evolution to create a prideful, arrogant sociopath. My gosh, what is wrong with you? I can't shut myself away. I have to watch somebody constantly because this sociopathic idiot is family and I always get stuck having to basically babysit them. Like, come the fuck on, they are grown and can do their own shit. Quit enabling them to be so lazy.
Shit, I'm there. I was ready to randomly call in sick this Monday just to take the day off. I ended up going in and thank God because I forgot I was covering a shift. But then the next day my manager overruled one of my supervisory decisions and ultimately it has resulted me having to work 13 straight days starting this weekend. My manager is all pissed off right now because there is something he is wanting done but it is taking time. Usually I'd be jumping all over it to get it completed and make him happy. Instead I have a very much me attitude about it right now. I'm totally burned out already, but now I have to go even harder than I ever anticipated when I got up to go to work this week. I'm feeling anxious, angry, rebellious, and slightly suicidal. I won't hurt myself, but I've never felt this way about my life and I can't quit my job because too much is depending on it. I'm just forced to keep going. Oh yeah, and my managers are making twice as much as me, working half as hard, and taking at least 1 to 2 days a week off.
I'd go about this because I'm really me as well but don't see myself as unhappy.
As someone who is currently very unhappy, they want to have alone time way more than they usually do. Withdrawal from social life, overthinking/anxiety over small decisions, procrastination, not wanting to put effort into relationships. Edit. I am going to try and respond to as many of these replies as I can. You are not alone.
Gives extreme attention to small details that don't matter, and on the contrary ignores larger matters.
Yes, the sense of lack of control gives you the only chance of control in micromanaging. Of course it never works and is much worse if you don't address the big issue but, well, if it was something good it wouldn't be a consequence of something bad.
I call it my bubble. I'm not going out of my bubble or making an effort out of my bubble or driving out of my bubble. No people in my bubble. It's just my tiny life, which is in no way bad or hard. It's quite comfortable really, in my bubble. Alone in my withdrawn bubble.
I get the mail when it's dark outside so nobody can see me.
They have nothing to talk about or don't give any opinions. It's a sign that nothing excites or interests them.
Ouch, yeah? Even what do you want to eat? Is usually met with I don't care, when I normally love food.
I will say that usually I'm pretty happy to eat anywhere with someone so the I don't care is pretty genuine.
Oh, I have stuff I like to talk about, it's just that I've never met another person who wants to talk about it.
Me either. Having no social life puts a damper on things.
There's an important distinction to be made here though. People with even mild social anxiety, which is a lot of us, may be interested in a lot of things and have lots of opinions, they just don't dare to say them because of the fear of being wrong or nobody else sharing the same interests. This is especially true while being with a group of more than 4 people. Only the most extroverted people take up most of the space at that time. So it definitely doesn't always mean they're not happy. I prefer to listen to people and just chime in every now and then.
Could also be a sign of social anxiety.
The most significant part of all of these is a change. If the person has just always been that way, maybe it's something else, but when a normally upbeat person hasn't seemed to care about anything lately, that's a sign.
When they ask you what you're doing all the time and are a little pushy because they just wanna talk to someone but never say it straightforward that they aren't happy and that they need some company.
Wow, this is definitely me. I just want someone to fucking ask me if I've been alright and if I need to talk. Seems like either no one gives a shit or everyone is having such a piss time that they don't even know what to do with themselves.
Are you alright?
I think a lot of the time people who are secretly unhappy do their best to make the people they care about laugh and feel happy. As they know what it's like to feel so down and unhappy with the world, they don't wish for the people they care about to feel that way.
I've heard people say when the funny guy gets home he cries.
Her joke once, man goes to doctor. Says he's depressed. Says life seems harsh and cruel. Says he feels all alone in a threatening world where what lies ahead is vague and uncertain. Doctor says, treatment is simple. Great clown Payachi is in town tonight. Go and see him. That should pick you up. Man bursts into tears. Says, but doctor, I am Payachi. They stop engaging in hobbies and activities they used to love.
Gaming for me. I've just bought Fallout 4 and Skyrim SE just to sit in the Steam library.
I think a part of this is because as we get older, we genuinely don't have as much time to play these games. As a kid, I couldn't sleep if I knew my birthday was coming up and I was getting a title I wanted because I could easily picture myself waking up on a Saturday and playing it for 3 or 4 hours. Now I work 60 hours a week and I just don't have the time. Lol. Edit. Making an edit to point out that I am in no way saying that there's anything wrong with playing games, quite the opposite. I'm saying that I wish I could play my games like I used to, but I have a lot of things taking up my time now. Lol. I do sincerely enjoy playing my Switch when I have the time though, and as of late, I get my breaks in work by playing Smash Ultimate with my boyfriend. I actually got Far Cry 5, Fallout 4, and a few other titles during the Steam Christmas sale and am kicking myself because I haven't played them yet at all.
I have more free time now at 30 than I did at 20 lol. I think that's because as we've gotten older games have disappointed us more. I reserve my expectations a lot more, but still get into good games. I've also seen a lot of shit that used to blow me away, so it takes more innovation to do something new.
I think games disappointing us more has a variety of factors that contribute to it though. As we get older we begin to have more of an understanding of the patterns of major releases and we notice more when games fall into them. When I was like a teenager playing ME1 it felt like the Citadel was a place you could do anything and talk to anyone, like it was a living breathing world. Now if I were to come across a similar hub world in a game I'd notice the dialogue repeating itself or closed off areas straight away because of my recognition of these aspects over the years. Most new games are miles ahead of what we played in the past, but the bar we've set ourselves to be impressed is also much higher. This coupled with the fact that as you get older you generally have less time to play games makes them feel less interesting by comparison. Also you generally have less free time to just think about games. When you're in school and have less busy time you end up thinking about things you'd rather be doing more, and you build an expectation of those things before release. I find now that even the new releases come and go without me really noticing because I don't spend the time thinking about or researching them.
Walking every day can help a lot.
This is a big one. Make gaming a reward. Set yourself a super easy condition. Easy is important. Before I'm allowed to play any games today, I have to go on a 5-minute walk. Whilst you're out on your walk, since you're already out there, consider extending it a bit. Make it 20 minutes instead, or walk down to the shops and get some groceries whilst you're at it. If you really don't have the energy or something, you've still accomplished your goal, so no guilt. At this point, you've achieved something and have now rewarded yourself with gaming time. This will make you savor and look forward to the game all that more.
Sounds better if gaming is something you want to do though. At the height of my depression even gaming felt kind of pointless. I would have viewed going for a walk with the promise of gaming just doing bullshit I hate with the promise of something that frustrates me because I can no longer find joy in it no matter how hard I try. Of course at that point the answer is medication and therapy more than anything else.
Dude, play those games. They're great and hopefully will at least remind you that not everything is all that bad. Seriously, play those games.
Best motivational speaker ever.
Hiding in their clothes, hoodies and jackets, hats pulled down, not participating in conversation much. Not having interests, they've given up on all their hobbies, or only having one or two interests, they have given up on almost everything but still need something to hide in. Fuck me, that hurts to read. I don't really enjoy my hobbies anymore, but I need something to distract me from myself. It took me a very long time to realize that anger is one of my first responses to depression. I feel like we imagine those gray blobs from the commercials that are listless and distracted and sad, but for me, unchecked depression expresses as anger. I can't believe the stupidity around me. I give no one the benefit of the doubt. I assume everything is a slight and preemptively expect slights. As you can imagine, it's utterly exhausting and terrible to be around. Then I lost enough friends, realized I needed to change, got therapy out of my own choice for the first time, forced into it as a kid many times, changed my responses to things, got on medication, and now it takes a lot to get me angry. A lot.
The weird part for me is that anger seems to be my replacement for depression. The meds I'm on do actually feel like they help. I don't get that muted sense of life where I'm floating through it meaninglessly and constantly questioning why I bother. Now, instead of getting upset or sad I just get frustrated and angry. I think it's because I was depressed for most of my life and I just don't know how to cope without it. It sucks because I spent years getting my childhood/teen anger under control, and I had to trade that control to get rid of my depression.
I like your capitalized words. I too am angry for similar reasons. Do you have any tips to share?
Recognizing it is the first step to making it better. Also, apologize a lot. Edit, fixed a word.
It's seriously never too late to apologize. Were you a dick 3 days ago to somebody? Next time you see them just say, "Hey, I've been kind of snappy lately, I'm sorry about that." It's appreciated 99.9% of the time, and that 0.1% either shouldn't be in your life or you fucked up monumentally.
Ring ring. Hello? Hey Brad, it's Mark. Who, you know. Mark. From homeroom. Ninth grade? Okay. What are you calling about? I just wanted to say that I'm sorry about Jessica. Jessica? You wanted to ask her out for homecoming, but I did first. And you were, like, really pissed off. Well, I didn't even like her. I just asked her out to get you upset. I hated you for some reason. It was a dick move and I'm sorry. Dude, that was 20 years ago. And why the fuck are you calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning? WHO gave you my number? It's never too late to apologize, asshole. Jesus. Now I remember why I hated you so much. Thanks for the laugh. It often feels that way apologizing to someone after so long. At least we all experience it to some degree.
I feel this. I've destroyed multiple relationships this way. I'm currently not in a good place with myself because of my shitty behavior. I'm trying really hard to snap out of it, but I just keep regressing back into this short-fused, cynical, asshole.
Been this way for 9+ years now and I've honestly forgotten how anything else feels like. Thought I was over my depression after stopping feeling like so shit all the time, but it seems like it has just become the norm now, not caring for things. I literally have no enthusiasm or interest in anything now and thought that was just a part of getting older.
That's not fun. Seems like a pain to experience. If you want to talk to me privately through Discord or Reddit PMS, we can. My Discord is on number 7337.
How do I get out of feeling like this all the time?
Honestly, it's not the feelings that change, it's the situation. You will feel like shit until you start accomplishing something. Pick a goal and hit it like Mike Tyson. Whether that's going to the gym, playing an instrument, finishing a book, it doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that you did something, and even though it was a slog and you didn't want to leave your house, you did it. Depression often causes lethargy, which causes more depression due to a lack of perceived accomplishment. Also, realize that life will have its ups and downs. Not every day is sunny, but goddamn does it feel good to run in the rain sometimes.
True. I have no friends and am worried I am sinking.
Been living this for about 5 to 6 years. Have 2 roommates. I often think they secretly hate me and I'm worried that after I move out, they'll probably never talk to me again. Then I'll really have no friends. Unamused face. You aren't alone out there. Wish I could tell you something to make it better. Edit. Looks like some awesome caring internet strangers came to help us out with this one. Smiley face.